welcome to Spotlight LGBTQ. The mission of Spotlight LGBTQ is to provide a safe space for networking, learning, and sharing of information and resources. Don't be scared. Join the discussion. Click the link in the caption to join the live or simply leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I am me. Let's go. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Spotlight. Tonight is going to be a little different. It's going to be the board and the staff of I Am Me, and we're going to discuss our event we had on Saturday, which is the Me seminar. So I hope that you share this live, get this information, and hopefully, if because you didn't attend yesterday, or what was it yesterday? No, Saturday.
Saturday.
You will want to get involved the next time. So, Dion, are you ready to have this discussion about the Me
Saturday, the mini
seminar?
seminar. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Oh my God. So the Me seminar, for those of you that don't know exactly what it is, it's an opportunity for um people within the LGBT community, future allies, in the case of like Saturday politicians, whomever is that's interested in the LGBTQ plus community to ask their questions in an open forum with panelists that are there to answer the questions. And I thought that it was a great format. I mean,
Hmm.
this is our second one, and each time we hear the same thing. When we attend, we learn a lot. And, as a LGBTQ plus person, a lot of the times we think that we know everything about the community. And then you walk out of the Me seminar and say, well, dang, I didn't know anything about the community. I don't know. How did you feel about it, Dion?
I felt as though I'm not going to say you don't know anything about the community, say, but it's just so broad with the different letters and the different identities of sexual. But you learn something about somebody's specific journey, and it could be kind of like really mind-boggling when you go by about your life in a certain way and you see it like how your life is, and then how it parallels to somebody that looks like you, that maybe came from the same type of background or different background, but a lot of times like in the same age group, and you be like, oh wow, I was brought up this way or I saw things this way, but because you are who you are, things were different for you.
Right.
And, and it really makes you think back and just like, wow, I really need to reconsider how people's journey, how I may think my journey was hard or difficult. Wow, it's not compared to this person. Or be like, well, you see the strength in somebody to be able to overcome more obstacles than what you actually think for yourself. And I think about being an ally, it just really, I was really proud about the people that were there and that they were just really compassionate and really wanted to be there. And then on the same instance, by like you said, when we had like the politicians and actually just speaking and feeling like, yo, I love this community. I respect this community. I'm here for you. Like, what can I do? And like how what and they actually thank people for allowing them to be in that room so they can actually take these people's stories back into these other rooms that those people that were up on that panel and sitting in seats can't get in front of. So I think that was really powerful.
I think so too. Welcome. We have our brand ambassador on the live stream, Vonda Smack. Say hello and tell us what you liked about the Me seminar.
Hi, how's everyone doing? I don't know what's wrong with the screen, but it's got me frozen in a crazy spot. Um, I'm gonna cut the video off because I don't like how I look. But the Me seminar was definitely dope. I think it was even, you know, just as amazing as the one from last year. It was just great, and it was great hearing from politicians and knowing that we do have allies out there, and just speaking on how being an ally for the LGBTQ community really means so much to them, and in the the job position that they're in. These are who we, well, for me, well, for some of my friends, had to vote for those people, to put them into that position. And that's important to me because when you're fighting for LGBTQ rights or trying to get any laws passed, you need to know who those allies are. That's what it meant for me. Um, it made me feel good to hear their message and also the questions. The questions were pretty good as well. Didn't make me feel like I couldn't answer any of them. So great job with the questions. I really enjoyed it.
Great. We have board member Kima on Spotlight. Come on out, introduce yourself, and tell us, how did you feel about the seminar and what you took away from it. I think she's frozen.
Yeah, right, yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Well,
yeah, I think she is too.
but thank you everyone for tuning in. I see we have someone on here. Title 7 Civil Rights Act 1964 prohibits employment discrimination based on race, sex, national origin, religion, disabilities, color. I enjoyed the seminar. Thank you, Dante Carr. What did he say? USEEOC, Washington, D.C. headquarters, Charlotte, Bertels, Chief Director. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. But yeah, like everyone, I agree with everyone, what you said about the Me seminar. Um, it was just a great moment. I just anything I think we should be very candid because the Me seminar had some very powerful people in the room, but in that space we didn't have enough LGBTQ voices in the audience, and also we didn't have the amount of potential allies we would have loved to have had. Let's kind of talk about why the Me seminar is important. Why is it conducted? What the function of it is, because maybe some people don't understand. Maybe they find it may not relate to them per se, or it may not be beneficial. I'll let Dion start, and then I'll just go at the end, Dion, and then Smack, and then I'll go.
I think it's. I know it's important because it gives an opportunity to for a person like me who's an ally, or a person that is a potential ally, or a person that is has someone in their family or somebody that they love that is part of the community, and you may just be quote unquote ignorant. And I explained, and I said this at the me seminar to a couple of our panelists. I said people take the term ignorant as being negative, but just use it as the definition it is. You just don't know. and you
Right.
just might want to obtain some information. And if you feel as though you want to obtain information about the community, about somebody that you may care about, that you love, or even if it may be a coworker, let's be honest. No matter what, in whatever walk of life, you are going to come across an LGBT person. And you may not know how to conduct yourself and be respectful, or maybe not how to ask certain questions because you want some information. So you can put away those type of stereotypes and fears, or just get better understanding. The Me Seminar is a perfect place for you to actually ask some questions and get some information and learn and come away with a better understanding. And you can actually push that along to somebody else. So, whereas though, for instance, if you want to be a better ally, you can stop somebody from portraying some falsehoods about the community, and shut them down right there because you learn something more, especially when it comes to people that you don't lay with, you don't cavort with, you don't go to the same church with, or any all these different things. But you can get a better understanding because you know why you're not reading about this, or you're not hearing this on social media. You're actually seeing somebody that's living this life, and you can get better understanding, and you can go away and understand. Like, you know what? Like, just like I had over the years, and just say, they're just people, just like me. They have the same likes and dislikes and loves, but they have a harder struggle because society just wants to make them into an other. And I think it's just easy to come to the seminar and just get better understanding and just love for the spirit and the strength of a people that is willing to get up every day and be themselves when a lot of people in society is saying no.
Right. Right. Smack, you like to answer the question, why is the Me Seminar important and who is it for?
You know, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm an older lesbian woman, and um, I'm gonna take it from an aspect of being the Me Seminar is important for people who may not know, because when I was coming, I was just gay or straight. That's the way it was put: lesbian or gay. That's just how it was. And since I've been coming, I'm learning about every letter. You know, Coming up, we didn't have all these letters, and I'm getting to meet my community and understand my community. And for me, I thought it was very important for those who may call themselves a lesbian or a gay man or trans woman or trans man or intersex, you know, or they should have been there so that they could understand. And I think it was very important, so they could be educated. Education is key to me. This is something that I've been hearing since Thursday, and these meetings I've been in. Everyone's talking about education because it gets me how, I have a lot of friends. Well, I ain't gonna say friends, people who follow me. And if they knew, if they were educated, they wouldn't say some of the things that they say that are just downright disrespectful to us on their social media platforms, or just, it's their page. Yes, it is. But the things they say on social media, if they were educated, some things come across very hurtful because they don't understand what we had to go through to be able to live in our truth. You see what I'm saying? And so I really, the highlight of my day today was getting a text message from my friend Jonathan, who told me that he says, wow, he says, I have a newfound respect for LGBTQIA people. That's what he said. And he told me that I did a great job. And that made my day, because that's not the type of conversations that he and I usually have. It's more on a politics side. So that made me feel really good. And someone who was catching the live, who is a church person, had inboxed me and told me, wow, I want to come to the next one next year. So I thought that that was good. I just
Great.
think that, keep spreading the word, because people, that myth versus truth, I think that's something we need to really push all year round. I mean, I'm thinking about creating a myth versus truth and fact, and just start pushing facts so that people can be educated, because, so they don't understand our community.
All right. We have VP Angel Brown on. Welcome, Angel. You're the question. The Me seminar, who is it for and why should they be there? Who should be coming? What should be going on?
I think the Me seminar is for everyone. I really do. I think it's for people in the community, because just because you're part of the community does not mean you know anything about the community. It gives you a chance to be educated on all aspects of the community, and it also gives you a chance to become connected with personal stories that may be similar to yours, or may go down the same path as yours did, even though it may be a little different. But you'll be able to get some kind of sense of knowing that you're not the only one out there. I think it's great for us to be educated about ourselves, us to be educated on what that rainbow really means, um, because that also builds tolerance. Because just because you're in a community, we still have division. We still need unity, and educating ourselves about each other is something that we definitely have to do. I think it's for allies. I think that it's a chance for you to learn what the big deal is about pronouns, why some people are super sensitive about certain things, you know, um, why those in our community may act the way they do, or be the way they are, or why were they in situations that they were. It gives them like a personal connection to say, you know what, I feel that, I get that. It allows, I hate to say it, but allows us to kind of be real to people, because there are people out there, heterosexuals, that do not relate to us at all until they actually hear our personal stories. They don't take the time in their regular day to even hear our personal stories, but in that setting, you really get a chance to be personal, one-on-one, in a group. It's a safe space. And even without participating, you don't have to participate, but just sit back and listen to the real stories that are similar to struggles that or someone who else has had them. um, I think it's for the average Joe and Jane on the street. I think it's good for them to um, just expand their knowledge on who's out there with them. What resources, um, where they can turn to. Maybe they're questioning, maybe they're not. You never know. They may have a family member, maybe them going through something. It's for the professionals, the politicians. You need to know what's going on. You need to hear what we say. If you want to represent us in some type of way, then you need to know who we are. Um, you need to let us know who you are. So I think it's important for everyone. Uh, as we were saying, education is the key. Education is the key to tolerance. Education is the key to acceptance. Um, and the only way we can accept each other is to learn about each other in all aspects. I think the Me Seminar hits everything. I think we give great resources. I think the stories, um, hit you to the heart. It's very emotional. Anyone who's been to the last one or this one or the one last year knows that, it's real. It becomes real. And you may not think that you have a connection, but these are real stories from real people. We're not aliens, you know? So, and sometimes people need that real connection in order to understand, or for them to expand their mind, for them to get it, for it to sink in. They need to have that personal feel to it, because as long as it feels like it's separate from them, they'll ignore it, they'll walk by
Hmm.
it, they'll continue to go. So I think the Me Seminar is for everyone. I think it's important, because we do provide a safe space for you to ask the questions that you may not feel comfortable asking. Meet the people that you've never met before. Hear the stories that are similar to yours, And that's in all both sides, rainbow side and not rainbow side. So I think it's very important, all around.
I agree. The Me Seminar is definitely one of our best events. I think that we possibly not, might need to do it twice, maybe one for children. The adult one is definitely in depth. Who is it for? In my opinion, I agree with Angel. It's for everyone. And what does everyone look like? Because sometimes people have a problem with associating. Should they come? Am I everyone? Number one, if you are breathing, you're everyone. If you have a boss that you continuously complain about, that is a person that's a part of everyone. If you have a parent that you can't seem to connect with and you're tired of having this conversation, they are part of everyone. If you are in an organization and you're fighting for other issues, but the LGBTQ issues never cross the table because no one wants to have this discussion, and you can't get across why, they are the everyone. So I'm pretty sure, even with me, and I have a vast LGBTQ plus family that I involve myself with, I still encounter people that have no clue about me, even the ones that's around me, right? So the Me Seminar is that opportunity, is that space for us to say the things that you can't say, to get a point, get some of the ideas, some of the thoughts, everything that you want to get across. That's what Me Seminar is. We take the pressure off for you. So I encourage everyone to attend. And another thing included in that everyone crowd, and I'm just going to be candid because that's just who I am. You know those pretty bad, I'm gonna say ass. Those pretty bad ass outfits that you done picked out, and them fly Jordans that you done picked out, so you could go shake your behind on a pier or at a party. But when the party stops and you're in a state like Florida, it had no impact. When those fanatics from Florida make their way up this way, or some of those policies make their way up this way, that badass outfit is not going to get that point across. But it's the Me Seminar has the potential of reaching allies that we didn't even know that we had. So when that nut from Florida get up here and your badass outfit can't do anything to prevent what this nut is trying to do, that's the Me Seminar. We done built this ally alliance. And that's very important during this time. I think, and you know what? Come on, I'm gonna say myself, the board, I am me. Let's just come on, let's toot our horn. If the Me Seminar was in Florida and it was active and we was having these conversations, you don't think we would have reduced some of the numbers of those homophobes that's voting for some of these things because they would have had a better understanding of the community? I think that's a start. You want change? Start by reasoning with people. Come on now. Let's take it back to the streets for some of the people that don't get it. You know how before you got into that fight, you tried to work it out and explain to them, say, listen, I'm trying to tell you. That's what the me seminar is. I'm trying to tell you what you're thinking is not true. That's a rumor. Da, 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 da. That's what me seminar is. It's the mini fight before the bigger fight. Why can't we be proactive instead of reactive? And that's why the me seminar is important. If you are watching, share this live. um, if you know a politician or anyone that has access to resources to bring the me seminar to your state, you want it there. It's time to have these conversations. This is something that's very important. And again, I love a good party. I'm on the internet. I see those fly little tutus and all that. It looks cute. It looks good, but it ain't gonna help us. And that's my thoughts on the me seminar. Now let's talk about the panel and some of the things that they actually said that was impactful. What did you guys, like some of the key points so that the audience can kind of grasp what was discussed at the me seminar?
I know that I really like the fact that, and I know it's hard for folk, you know what I mean? I know it's hard for all of our panelists each year that we've had it, but even though we are positive and we try to educate people and let us know who we are, one of the things is have to reveal the negative. And I love the fact that they share a struggle, a specific personal struggle, just so the audience can, get a real feel of, what it's like. When they tell their stories, it's so impactful that you have no choice but to put yourself in their shoes. I really love that. Um, our panel has been last year, this year, our panel has been very, very open, very generous, with their time and energy and explaining who they are and things they've been through. I just love that. I absolutely love it. I love it that we provide a safe enough space that can be shared.
Okay. Dion, what was one of the things that you remember that hit you from what one of the panelists said?
Okay, it's a couple things, but one thing that I do want to bring across to the audience is a couple things I want to bring off to the audience, especially when you were speaking about this is for everybody. It's for me, you, everybody. Unlike a lot of organizations that I look at, our panels and the people that show up to our functions is diverse. Now, you may just be looking at some black, brown, light skin, whatever faces on this live, but that's not what everything you see at our event. And that was makes me really proud that our panelists and the people that showed up, it was diverse. And on top of that, these were beautiful, and they were beautiful people. I just carried their respect, carried themselves, and Smack is on here also, so she does. But they were just beautiful people, inside and out spirits, and you know how they try to just stereotype and just make um the community just look just I don't know, just unkept or just
Over
sloppy. So,
sexualized.
I'm saying over right. And but what the thing that wanted to because it was one of the questions I think either you brought up or was brought up by somebody in the audience about trans women wanting to be taken over, want to be replaced cisgender women, and and I kind of chuckled in the back when you asked the question because I just thought it was. I'll be honest, I just thought it was a dumb question, but then I was like, you know what? I've heard that by, look doing my little readings over the last few months because I've really been just barreling down on a lot of the different trans bills across the country and hearing what different politicians have said. And I do remember a couple politicians like one in Nebraska and in Idaho saying that they're trying to replace women into this. And I just thought it was really good to actually come up and just to have somebody just react to that and just like, and be very, just like, okay, I can't, and be real factual. It's just like, how can I replace women? How do I not? She's like, I love what my mother had me. I love women. Um,
I can't have
uh,
children. How
I
can I
can't have
replace you?
children. How can I replace you? I don't have a menstrual cycle. She's like, I, I am me. I, this is who I am. How can I replace you? Why would I want? I just want to be who I want to be. And it's just like, yeah. And on top of that, why the hell should it matter to anybody else? Because you don't have to deal with this person in your love life or in your. But why not just have respect and be like, okay, it doesn't. What is this affecting? What are anybody affecting you in your life? But it's just so crazy, and I say this often, and you can't call the black person an N-word without getting flack anymore. You can't make racial slurs to Asian people or Hispanic people. So what do? Well, you know what? We can all band together and hate gay people. That's who we can get away with, and so that's what we're going to do now. And that's what it is. They just they need somebody to hate. So
Right.
this is the one. And then they can blame it on their religion or because they don't know somebody in their little lily whatever conservative or whatever little I don't know any. But guess what? The community is everywhere. And it's sad to say people are still hiding because they can't be themselves. Because you just want to hate another
Right.
because they're not you instead of accepting it. And one of the things that came out with after George Floyd is like, damn it, we can't hate Negroes no more. We gotta put daggone it. We gotta put daggone Asian and black people in fucking commercials and on television and on State Farm commercials and every daggone car commercial got a daggone interracial couple. And now what? We even putting daggone gay men riding on bikes together and hugging. This is some bullshit. Why everything just can't be daggone 40-year-old fucking lily white people? And I said it because that's what I mean. Damn, we got a daggone minorities and gay people and oh this I had a daggone let me tell you how bad this is. I had a mother, a, a quote a friend acquaintance, a friend of mine, a mother that has a trans son say shit is crazy. They're getting too much. They even got ice cream and everything else about a rainbow and this, that, and other. And I look and I'm on the phone and I said, "Do you hear yourself?" You do realize they said the same thing about black people, though. You do realize that, right? This is too much. The daggone Negroes is getting too much. They just getting too big. I said, that's what you sound like. And I said, you're talking about somebody that you gave birth to. This is how bad the hatred and the twistedness goes. That you actually have a problem and backlash because it's making it hard on you because your child is the way that they are. That's the type of person that need to be at the me seminar because they got to struggle. And they see that one struggle, but they don't understand that it's a lot of people that's going through the same thing. And maybe they can get a better understanding. But god damn it, they people just getting too much. Same shit they said about black people, you fucking idiot.
What did you take away from the panel? Anybody else? What did you take away from the panel? Smack or Angel? You on mute.
Is
I
she on
think.
me?
Go ahead, Smack.
All right.
Actually, you were on the panel, so tell us what it
So
was like to be on the panel and tell us, your takeaway, what was impactful.
To be on the panel was amazing. I met some very amazing people. Very motivating. Um, it seems like the questions were very good. One of the things I was having a little, I'm gonna keep it real. I was having a little anxiety because I didn't know what the questions were gonna be. And then, but I know we if we didn't want to answer, we didn't have to. But I think the whole panel was very strong. Everybody wanted to speak on every question. It was good hearing each panel member's thought on each question. Miss Kelly, I love the fact that she gave stories that happened in her life, and I thought that was really good. And for me personally, that was the first time I've ever like released my story like that. Um, it's only something I probably have told close friends, but to publicly, I don't know. It was just something I felt like God told me go ahead and speak it. They need to hear it, and I felt like somebody in the audience needed to hear my stories, so I just publicly told it about me coming out and how hard it was. And it made me feel good. I walked away feeling empowered, inspired as well. Um, it felt good because I'm a community organizer, and you're having legislative officials there that are allies. That made me feel good, and it made me the message that they gave made me wake up and realize when I looked around the room, like, yo, I really do a lot for a lot of organizations, but where are they at? You know what I'm saying? And I love that message from Dr. All I can remember is Dr. O, the U.S. Congressman. And his message was like, we need you guys to help pass bills, and we're going to, help you guys get bills passed. You know what I'm saying? And just the way you need me, I need you, and I support you. And then when he said that word support, and you look around like, yo, man, I do a lot for a lot of people, it just opened my eyes up. And I changed a lot of things from just being at the me seminar. My accessibility to people is not so accessible. I changed that actually this morning. Yep.
Mm, wow, Angel. Did you answer the question? No.
yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I did, but I did.
You
oh,
That's not
did?
how I felt.
But
But you know what? But for real though, Wood, I guess the one thing that I took that I remembered, that I really took away because I knew that it would be some touching stories. I knew there would be some connections. But one thing I took away is how important it is for us to really reach out to the youth. You know what I mean? How so important it is to reach out to the youth. The stories were heartbreaking, but it seemed like if we just would reach out to the youth and start young, you know what I mean? We can like maybe stop some of the things. We can't stop everything, but what? And I like his name. What is it?
oh, Olay.
oh
I do like. I feel like it affected him. You know what I mean? He's an ally. I feel like it affected him, and I really like at the end when the questions from the allies was, "How can we make this a natural part of the conversation to our children?" I just got that we
yeah,
really need to reach out to the
Yes.
youth. I mean, we educate the majority of the people that we talk to directly are adults, and I know that we're going to have a youth program coming soon. But listening to those stories, it just seems so important to embrace and show love and support to our youth. You know,
Okay. Well, me being the moderator asking all the questions on Saturday, the most impactful part for me wasn't necessarily what was asked or what was said. It was the sense of community. LGBTQ people, as we know within the community, but people outside of it doesn't know that we travel in sex. Sex like lesbians hang with each other, trans people hang with each other, this group hang with each other. But at the me seminar, it's a true reflection of I am me and our mission and what we stand for. We stand together. And I felt the togetherness and the harmony in the room. That even though I'm a different identity or orientation from you, we have the same pain, we have the same common struggle, and we need to let go of the separation amongst ourselves and be there for one another. And I felt that. I saw the hugs. I saw, you know, the remorse, the sympathy. I feel you, girl. The relationships built. A lot of times when you go, from an organizational stance and we try to network, it's kind of hard because people want to kind of keep it separate. Like even we've had members that would come and be like, okay, well, is this inclusive to trans? Do we do only certain trans things, or is it inclusive only to lesbians? Or is it no, we are for everyone. We're about information sharing, education, building a firm network. We cannot, if things get really tough, we cannot afford to be in these sects like that. We can't do it. We have to come together. So that's what I like about the me seminar. I actually got to see all these different orientations combined, let's be ghetto like Voltron when them questions came, like, well, oh, especially the one about the TikTok thing about the trans women fighting the cisgender women because the trans women could get pregnant. I love how everyone on the panel just said, wait a minute, we got to defend and come together and respond to this. And I think that's what we should be like as a community, one collective response. So that's what I mostly enjoy. And then to watch after we step down off the panel and everyone talking amongst one another, including the allies just genuinely caring and wanting to understand and exchanging numbers. Let's come out of these sects and let's really try to do something. Let's be impactful. I wish more people were in this room. I love how the allies wanted more people in the room. So I could collect. It was like a data collection. So I could collect this data and take it back and see what I can actually do to actually be a true ally and help you. Because I think sometimes we don't know what an ally is. An ally is not somebody that tolerates you, tolerates you for the moment because you're you and they was raised with you, or tolerate you because that's my child, that's my family member. That's not what me seminar is. I tolerate you because it's not even a toleration, it's a love and community building type situation. And it was nothing but love in that room. So that's what I loved about it.
You know what no, the term that you coined a couple years ago to me is being an ally is not just being a good neighbor, a good just being like somebody that waves to you and just be like,
Uh-huh.
and respect you. But if shit go down, you can't go to their house because they not going
Right.
to open the door. So it's not just being a good neighbor. But on that same point, after the panelists in the seminar was quote unquote over, everybody was there for at least another hour, chit chatting, helping break down, eating, talking, then and sitting down and exchanging numbers, like you said, exchanging numbers. But then the biggest thing, and I think you and I spoke on this. I don't even know if he said this at our post meeting, but no, it was you and I yesterday, and I'm gonna share it with everybody. I'm gonna be honest. An ally, a real, and a politician is not just going to take pictures with a bunch of people that they don't know and that are part of the community if they really not allies, because that can come back to haunt them. But those people stood up there, shook hands, and took pictures, and just with everybody, and they knew it was going to be posted, and was fine with being posted, and fine with being recorded. That shows real allegiance, because that is what we would like. That's receipt. That's receipt. So when you say I'm down for the cause, or even if they will be at certain point maybe be getting attacked because of that, they wasn't like no picture, please. Oh no, I can't. Or can we? Are we close? No, I'm here. I'm glad I'm here, and I'm public. I'm cool with publicizing. I'm here.
Yep. And come here and take a picture with me before I get offended.
Yeah.
That's how they were. But yep, my point that I love, yeah, we not only were the allies, the straight allies, we were allies to one another, and that's what we need
Mm-hmm.
to become,
It
you
like
know.
started off as like panelists and audience guests, and it ended up being a group of friends enjoying food and fellowship, you know what I mean, and friendship.
And strategizing on how to move forward.
Right.
So a think tank. So the B seminar is not only informational based. We actually form think tanks.
I actually got invited to go to Delaware Gay Pride with one of the senators to walk around with them as they hand out literature and everything.
That's cool.
I
That's
thought that was pretty cool because usually they don't do nothing like that.
usually people don't have access to senators and congressmen and councilmen, on that level. So again, another selling point for the me seminar, if you have like a dying issue that you feel like should be addressed, that was the perfect space. You didn't have to schedule an interview. You could just walk up and just talk, and they were candid and they were open. It wasn't like, hey, I'm the senator, get my bodyguards, or congressman, get my body. No, Everyone was a family, an ally.
Very
And
approachable without the whole entourage of extra. They were very personable and approachable.
but also what you have to relay to the audience is they weren't in their district. There was no guarantee that their particular constituents were even there. We had that gentleman is from DC. Do you understand? He's from another state, but he felt important enough to come up. And the states, we were in Wilmington, not in Kent County. That's the whole thing. That's you have to understand it. Like you're not always people not always coming for votes when they do stuff like that. They just actually trying to make a difference and also trying to gather information to take back to their colleagues because votes weren't getting they were getting one in that room per se, you know. But sometimes people like to do stuff for the kindness of their heart, and that before because they truly have certain beliefs and they feel things is important. So
Right.
I think that's that's important to bring out that you know. And this is not an election year. Just saying, it's not.
Yeah. The Me seminar, if you missed it, you missed it. But luckily, it's a yearly event. Um, I say just come out if you can the next time we have it. I am me, everything that we do, and just I guess we could all share our personal feedback that we received from the people that attended. I'll share mine. The feedback that I walked away with from everyone that attended, they said, you know what? I feel comfortable here. And I don't just feel comfortable, I feel like I'm a part of a family environment. It doesn't feel cold like other organizations. Not to say I know what your organization, if you're watching, I don't know. But this is what the feedback I've received from the people that were in our audience, that it felt like family. They didn't feel nervous. They didn't worry about who they were. They can be who they are. And they thanked me, and not just verbal. You know how much it takes for a person from the trans community to open up to you, open arm, and want to hug you and allow you into their space. And I was like, wow, we are really doing the work. Our small grassroots nonprofit is doing the work. So that's what, you know, I loved about it. And if you're watching, I hope, you know, put that nice ass outfit on and join us and kick your pride off with us, with some education and learning. Dion.
I was real powerful for me, and I think as an ally, it doesn't miss the mark anytime that I hear it. But when somebody from the community says, "Thank you, I appreciate you. We need more people like you," and and I spoke to one of the panelists, and I was just like, "Thank you for participating. Thank you for coming." And she was like, um, "You know, anytime y'all having, I no, thank you. Anytime y'all having, I'm here. I love this organization." And then the one of the other another translator was just like, "You spoke so powerfully and passionate about James Baldwin, and you related this so much to our struggle right now. But I want to thank you for just being who you are and being behind us. And that makes me feel good because I know for a fact that in order for us to be in a better place organizationally, countrywide, worldwide, and just it's going to have to be people that are straight like me to just have a better understanding, just be more open and just loving and just compassionate to see people as people. And but it doesn't miss the mark, or doesn't become any better when somebody just said, yo, thank you. Just and I'm just like, it really makes me feel good that to be that they recognize that, but in a sense, because it makes me feel good, but then it feel kind of bad that like I'm not doing anything but being a human being and just being compassionate and understanding and respectful to all these things that our parents kind of like brought us up to be. But everybody's not like that. But I love hearing that, especially when it's from newer people that haven't been around the organization. So that's what it made me feel from Saturday.
Angel.
Um, it's kind of the same thing that caught me, or our first seminar is the same thing that caught me with the second one. I love the fact that everybody is so comfortable to be who they are, that they appreciate us for providing a safe space, because I'm a big safe space advocate. I love that. But what always catches me, and I try not to be emotional. You try to, even though I get emotional, but I try not to show it, but I always break down. And I'm not going to put this person out there, but when you have a trans woman, and I know we talk a lot about trans, but they go through a special kind of struggle than the rest of us do. But when you have a trans person, a trans woman, give you a hug and start balling up and having tears in her eyes, because she does not have a place to be herself. I'm saying family, friends, she does not have a place to be herself. And that's one of the few places that she can count on her hand that she has a place to be herself. It brought her to tears. It brought me to tears. Just knowing, you think, we take certain things, advantage of certain things. I mean, even though I'm in the life, I had a supportive family. I don't know how it feels to be completely turned away, and plus have those struggles on top of it. Like a lot of us go through, a lot of people go through. But to see them tears that she has, and that love and that acceptance and that emotion, that gets me. That gets me. And it happened last year, and it happened this year. And it's just amazing when you can affect someone like that. So the
Vonda.
seminar, I love it. I am me. That's what we promote. You got to be yourself, and we accept who you tell us who you are. You know what I mean? If I tell you who I am, I want you to accept that, and I try to give that same respect back. And it's just amazing to see how much you affect someone just by doing little things. Just the little things that really mean a lot. So that's what I took away from it, and it's even catching me now. Just seeing her face tearing up is making me want to tear up because it's genuine. It was genuine tears. So that's what I got. That's what impacted me.
Vonda, being at the seminar, what impacted you from the audience, just
What
being
impacted
there?
me from the audience?
Yep, just being there, the experience. Once the panel was over, what?
Oh, for me, it was it's a couple of things, but first I want to say is I enjoyed the safe space. Anyone that truly knows me, I was having I've never this was my first time being on a panel speaking live about me, you know. So I was having some anxiety because I mean I've been interviewed, but that's been, you just writing in and sending them the answers. But to speak about it live, I overcame um, you know, some fears that I, had. And from the audience, particular person texted me and said that my story really touched them. They had to leave out because they're experiencing that right now. And just hearing the story of how my mother and I reunited, they're hoping that the same, that their bond gets stronger as well. You know what I'm saying? Because of they're living in their truth. So that really touched me. And they told me I inspired them and empowered them to be who they are. So, and then the two ladies that I met outside of, I couldn't even tell you their names. I met them outside of the society center. There's two ladies there. It was the daughter and her mom. And I thought they were looking for the me seminar. And she's like, no, I was just looking at the signs. I said, okay, I said, you should come in. It's a great educational seminar going on about the LGBTQ community. I said, I'm one of the panelists. She said, I got to go to Al's Sporting Goods and I'll be back. I really didn't think they would come back. So when they walked in, I don't know if y'all seen the biggest smile and I'm waving. And then my friends walked in. Jonathan, that I've never met, just know him from Zoom meetings, walked in and brought someone. It just felt good. It felt good. And the lady told me that she learned a lot that she did not know. Those two ladies in the red. So
Hmm.
I thought that was good because that's just some people I met on the streets who probably didn't know about, you know, our community, and they walked away with a bunch of knowledge that they're probably gonna go tell their little girlfriends and their pastors and everybody else. And like I said, like I really feel in my heart like the me seminar, it needs to be in schools because teachers need to be educated. It need to be everywhere. It need to be on the road. Real talk. And a city near somebody.
Everybody.
Everybody. Because you don't get this out here. Like it just I get emotional and I get angry because people are not educated. And I can't be that one person dropping Google definitions and telling them about their selves, and people just don't get it, and they don't understand that the words hurt. But I walked away from the me seminar feeling good, smiling, happy. I feel like I released some things. Sometimes a lot of us keep things inside and we don't talk about them, and we just keep piling them up, pile them up, pile them up. Next thing you know, we into a depression, or certain trigger words will put us into a depression. But it felt good to release. I'm gonna keep it real, and I just want to thank y'all.
All right, so this is our last question, and then we're off here. Because we said so much on this live, people don't remember everything, but let's encapsulate it in one word. Me seminar, one word, so that these people can remember. Dion, one word describing the me seminar.
Unity.
Angel, uh, you are muted.
Community.
smack.
Unforgettable.
And my word is family. So, with that being said, we done shared with you the Me seminar. Join us for our next event, which is our Me Fest. It is LGBTQ plus music festival with live performances, book bag giveaways. This year we're gonna add in speed dating, so look out for that. Great for you, a headache for us. And we shall have our Sunday tea tent and all the things that you love about I and me. Like Angel said, community. We're all about community building. This the Me Fest is it gives opportunities for LGBT people to be seen. That's the mission of it. We don't want you to ever be erased. You are loved, you are accepted, and I am me is here for everyone. So oh, Toya said love. One of the board members said love. So you guys have a great night. Please share this live. Follow us at imecorp.org. All the links are on those pages for anything you would like to do. If you want to network, if you're a business, the information is there. Or you could email me or Angel at imecorp.org, Pierce at imecorp.org. For events, we have our new social butterfly out here, Shondia Taylor. You can email Shondia, SHONDIA at imecorp.org. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for the next spotlight.
Good night.
Good night.